On the banks of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. It's the Washington Huskies and the Michigan State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with Coach Jedd Fisch before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Spartan. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Williams on the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Got him on the RPO. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Long way to go on 2nd down. Quick give. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Here's Williams to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll run the counter. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Here comes the heat. to the 10. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And this is why offenses tell you all the time, they want to keep it in third and short or third and medium like you had right here. They make you defend the whole field, and then the QB sees it. Nothing there, tucks it, does a nice job getting positive yards and getting the first down.
The Huskies line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Stop right there.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
Man, what a good job by this defense, staying disciplined, not getting lost on their keys. Man, they're aggressive, expecting a run play probably on 3rd and short. They slipped a screen in there, but they're disciplined enough to stay home, to get the tackle, and now force the 4th down.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Number 95, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Keeps it himself. The pitch. Turning it on. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a 1st down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline, run it again, run the same play again.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Right at the line. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd and short, and the offense is trying to go outside with the toss play, but too much speed defensively, forcing 4th down.
The Spartans will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got an alley. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Here's Williams. Look out. Blasted as he lets it go.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not a lot of room to make this catch. No room to bring it back. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Hits inside, it's Moore. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Second and long here. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Sends it back in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. The give to the left side. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down.
At the 31-yard line. Fourth down coming up.
And the Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Williams gets it to the back. Oh, what a move.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And the Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Left side, it's Williams. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Out wide right, it's Moss. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
From the gun. is working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. We've reached a break, and Michigan State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. The give. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
So 3 previous red zone trips and 3 points. That's not efficient. They'd like to get it in the end zone this time. Out wide left, it's Danzy. He's dropped.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Trying to get the corner. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Barges ahead, and he's in. Touchdown, Washington.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 95, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Spartans offense, ready to go to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Keeps it moving. It's Edwards. He's there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Keeps it himself. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
The Spartans send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. All the way back to the 15. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Works the middle of the field. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Williams spits it out to the back. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Flips it out to the back. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it on the counter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for space. It's Edwards. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equally. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this 4th down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Throwing, Williams. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Play action with Williams. Grabs it in the middle. At the 20, he's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Left side is Washington. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Throws it off the RPO. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Williams to the air again. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Number 95, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quick give. It's Edwards. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their 1st of 3. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now Michigan State wants to stop the clock. It's their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right side, it's Smith. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Spartans will have it first and 10. They're all over it. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Now the Spartans calling their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Brings up third down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. The last completion got him 6. Now it's second and 4. He wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback.
Makes a grab and room to run. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Floats it out in space. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. Second and 10 here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Trying to get the edge on the right. They've got him corralled.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Plows his way ahead. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They'll run him again. He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run it. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Here's Williams to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Got his man. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations. Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Williams got his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. He's got the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Straight ahead, it's Washington. He's past the marker. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge...
A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
Number 95, set to kick it away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Pulls it. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Searching for space. Quick step and go. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Williams. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Williams looking for a man. And the defense got him at the 27.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Washington sends out the punt team. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Taken down right away. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
2nd and long here. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
The run inside. It's Edwards. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Second down coming up. Snap in the shotgun. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Throwing, Williams. Lets it fly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quickly out to the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have...
Snags it, and there's running room. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, is because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Second down, going to throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
But talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Looks it in. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Touchdown, Sparty! What a great play! What a huge moment for this defense!
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Williams to throw. He's got it. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Here's Williams. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Williams will pass. Rush is on. There he goes. The 40. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, he just makes it look so fun to play quarterback. Like, he's playing his own little game. He just scrambles around, takes off. Nobody can catch him all the way to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run.
Number 95, set to kick it off.
From deep, it's West. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. On the move, he fires. Soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Here comes the heat. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. A first down for the offense. Sells the run, looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Wants to go up top on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Spartans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Look out! Fires on the move. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Drops back on first down. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Lets it fly. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
That's a tough throw to make, especially at this juncture of the game. It's late, you're trailing, and that's a deep throw on an out-breaking route. As a quarterback, your timing has to be perfect, and you've got to throw that thing out in front. If anything is off, even by the smallest amount, that ball's going to land incomplete, and that's what happened there.
Under pressure, working the middle. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Edwards. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rides to the back. Taken down.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Motion from the back. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Back's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what we practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
On the move from inside is 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. RPO complete to open the drive. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Right side, it's Moss. Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
Makes the catch at the 30. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Fresh set of downs going up top. Hauls it in. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on 1st down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The fake and wants to throw. Rush right in his face. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like, this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I got to have it?
A 5-point game here, getting very late, and the offense will stay on the field on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.